So I know you weren't born in Texas. You're a sort of a Texas guy now, but you were born in San Francisco. Is that correct?
Yeah, I would say moved to Dallas when I was 9. And probably one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Just because of the more availability to more golf, or just what?
Yeah, I think you alluded to, Scotty and Connor, and, we had Jordan, who's 3 years older than us. Texas golf, specifically NTPGA, has such great funding, and I mean, you could play basically an event every single day in the summertime. And on top of that, we've got some really world-class teachers that are around town. So you add in the competition, you add in great teachers, and fairly decent weather year-round. It's just a recipe for success.
Well, I would agree with that. I'm obviously from Oklahoma, so I didn't live in Texas until I got to Baylor. But I did watch as I was working at Oklahoma State for Mike Holder, and then later when I was the head coach, we did a lot of recruiting in Texas. And there was a reason. There was a reason that some of the best players in all of junior golf are in Texas. And I think you could safely say that Florida, California, and Texas produce the lion's share of the junior golfers. And I don't think Texas takes a backseat to anybody. In fact, I think there's been 9 U.S. Junior champions in the last 20 years from Texas. I mean, just do the math there. That's crazy. And so crazy. It is good that you ended up here, I think, for that reason. If nothing else, it gave you a lot of competition around you. You had to get better or else. And
exactly.
So you started the game at pretty young. What age were you?
The joke in my family is that I started when my mom was 6 months pregnant with me. She credits her over the top swing because of me and with their baby bump. But I got into it really where my dad would start bringing me out on weekends. I mean, 3 or 4 years old, but I didn't play a single golf tournament until I moved to Texas when I was 9, but it was always something that I wanted to do. I mean, I played baseball, I played basketball, I played a little bit of soccer growing up. I played baseball later than any other sport. I didn't quit till I was about 14, but golf, basically the way how I got started in it was my dad would take me out on Saturdays after he plays a little Saturday morning game, and we'd play 1, 2, 3, cut over on number 4 and go to number 9 at Cal Club and get an Orange Julius milkshake and drive on home. And so that's how I got into it. And then my dad wanted a little bit more structure, just as opposed to me just hitting golf balls with him. He's like, look, I'm a 15 handicap. If you actually want to, be good at this, you got to take lessons. And so he took me to Jim McLean Golf Center where Greg Copeland taught me. And basically until he moved to Texas, and he really kind of fueled that fun feeling of playing golf. And he was so great to me, giving me, it was basically a driving range and a 9-hole par 3, and was giving me free balls to go practice. And they had those big nets that are like 10 feet wide with the yellow diamond in them, and I try to basically knock, there was one that was about 80 yards out, and I tried to knock as many balls into the diamond as I possibly could. But always made it fun. There's little things on the range where it's like, we're on the top, it was a double decker on the top level, trying to chip it down this wooden fence and see how long you can get it to chase down the fence, or try to land it, up on top of one of the nets. It's stuff like that just made it so fun that, I guess, kind of a golf junkie at a young age. If I'm 6 or 7 years old and I'm having fun, basically giving me 150 range balls on the open driving range.
Wow. Yeah, see, I love that story because so many really good players, their fathers were very instrumental. I mean, you talk about 2 of the greatest players who ever touched a golf club. I mean, Charlie Nicholas absolutely worshipped the time he got to spend with Jack on a golf course. Was just something they treasured. And I know Tiger Woods was very much the same with Earl. So, and then you could just take hundreds of thousands of parents that have made golf available to their kids. But the key you just said was they made it fun, and something that was enjoyable to do. So
yeah, and it's even to this day. I mean, my off weeks, the first couple of days, I typically will try to take off if I have 1 week off. But that Tuesday or Wednesday, there's a very good chance you'll find me playing with my dad, and that Saturday or Sunday, you'll probably find me playing with my dad. I mean, it's something that it's always been our thing. You know, my mom, the joke line that I always tell people is, because I get the athleticism from my mom's side, is my mom plays 2 or 3 times a year and she'll break 90, and my dad plays 3 to 4 times a week and barely breaks 90.